Hello and welcome. This is Anjolie with Cosmic Vibes Tarot, and if this is your first time here, welcome. And if my readings happen to resonate with you, please like, comment, subscribe, and tap the notification bell for future uploads. This is one way you could show your love and support for my channel. If you're already a subscriber, thank you and welcome back. Please note that all readings are timeless and are for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Jupiter, Venus, and Cross Watchers unless it is otherwise specified. Videos that are not for individual zodiac signs are for the general collective, and when you see the video, it's the right time. Note that all videos might not resonate with everyone, so take what works for you and leave the rest. Once again, thanks for watching and brightest blessings. Okay, before you see 3 piles of cards, and you can pause on the video and meditate on which deck calls to you, or which pile of cards along with the crystal calls to you. And that's going to be your reading for the month of January 2020. What's coming to you in January 2020 on all levels? Okay, so in this in this first pile, we have a quartz crystal, and this is the master healer. It's an amplifier. It deals with the crown chakra. It opens your mind and your heart to higher guidance. On this pile, we have malachite. This is also known as the healer stone. Okay. This deals with the heart and or throat chakra. And it's a stone that helps bring balance, abundance, manifestation, and intention, and it clears and activates all chakras. And then on this third pile, we have orange calcite. Isn't that beautiful? It looks yummy enough to eat. This crystal enhances creativity. It helps if you're dealing with depression. And it deals with your sacral chakra. Okay, there we have it. Okay, so take your time, pause the video, and pick a pile, and then I will be back and we will start the reading for each separate pile. Okay, glad that you've made your decision, and welcome back. So we're going to start with my Lenormand deck, and I'm going to pull 3 cards that represent the overall theme of your reading for the month of January 2020. Of course, that's too many cards. And here. There's number 1. Oh, this is good. This is real good. Okay, card number 2 for the overall theme for January of 2020 for pile number 1. One more card. Okay. There we have the overall theme for January 2020. We have the clover, the scythe, and the child. This is most auspicious for you because this represents a sudden stroke of luck resulting in a happy new start. Okay, so let's pull out. I'm going to use the Rider-Waite, and we're going to do the Celtic cross and do the general reading for the month of January 2020. By the way, congratulations on whatever it is that's going to bring you a sudden stroke of luck. Okay, first card down. All right. This is you, the situation, what's going on right now. Next card we want a card that covers if it's creating a problem. There we go, or not. And number 3, the best you can hope for. This is the card that crowns you. Too many cards. That one wants to come out. And number 4, what is the root cause of any issue? We have the High Priestess. Card number 5, the past. What's going on in the past for this reading for 2020, for the general, January 2020, for the general collective? We have that. And the near future. Ooh, nice. Very nice. Okay, let's get to the staff. Okay, your attitude toward this situation. I'll show the cards to you as I read them. I know you can't see the whole spread, but the setup I have for my camera is not exactly the best. I'm in the learning process, so please bear with me. I'm working on getting things situated to where we have a really good view, of maybe a wide angle view. Okay. All right, so our 8th card is how others see you. The 9th card is your hopes and fears. And the last card is your final outcome. I got all these cards jumping out. What is the final outcome of this reading for the general collective? Ooh, very nice. Okay, well, it looks positive so far. So let's take a look. In the first position, do not be alarmed. This is a card of transformation, even though it says death. And death is the ending of a situation, event, or whatever. In the rarest of cases, it could mean, but there has to be an alarmingly large amount of cards suggesting that. And there are none here, so this is a transformation. It's a spiritual transformation, possibly. It could be a financial transformation. Let's see. Yes, because we have the Empress, but we have the Pentacles to the left, if you can see this. We have the Pentacles to the left, which is something that is still influencing the situation. So I'm going to say that this reading is more about financial for you at the moment. So maybe there's going to be some financial changes and, of course, a sudden stroke of luck that creates a new start. So why wouldn't there be a transformation in your lifestyle, in the way you live? Okay? And that means that things are becoming fertile for you. This is the mother. She's the mother of all mothers, the Empress. She is totally connected and abundant, and she's just surrounded by wealth, if you can see that. So I see that your finances are increasing for you, and you're doing well. Okay, all right. Okay, so the best you can hope for is the Hermit. Now the Hermit let me bring this up here. My apologies. The Hermit represents going within and meditating. So sometimes the best thing to do is to get silent and to listen to what the universe has to tell you. And when you listen to the universe versus listening to everybody else, because everybody has an opinion, you know that, right? And they have opinions about anything and everything, but the universe has one solid opinion for you. and it has an answer for exactly what it is you are seeking for. So when you still yourself, you get quiet and you listen, you'll know what to do, okay? And then at the root of this, we have the High Priestess, okay? What may be causing you a little bit of anxiety at the moment is not knowing what's coming, not knowing where you stand, not knowing what the future holds, not knowing what kind of job to pursue, what kind of relationship to pursue, not knowing if you're going to be successful, anything that you don't know. Sometimes the unknown strikes fear in a lot of us, but be hopeful, okay? Just go with the flow for now, okay? So, in the past, you have been working diligently and you have been building up your inventory, your wealth. Maybe you've been building your bank account or building up a business from the ground up, okay? So, but either way it goes, you've been working really hard. And 8 is the number of karma, and as above, so below. So all the hard work that you've putting in to your efforts is going to pay off, okay? And that's what's brought you to this place of transformation where you are becoming abundant, okay? So now moving on into the future, and I'm going to give this 6 weeks to 3 months. So within 6 weeks to 3 months after this reading, these are things that you can expect to take place. We have the 9 of Cups. Okay, make a wish. Your wish is coming true. Everything that you have wished for, the biggest thing that has been really prominent on your mind and in your heart, it's getting ready to take place for you. And that is so, so awesome. Okay. Now, this next card is your attitude and how you see yourself. You see yourself like in the beginning stages. It's like a breakthrough, okay? It's like, hey, I have this opportunity to start something new. So you see yourself as a new business person, maybe this represents starting a new financial venture. So maybe you're starting a new business, maybe you're taking on a different position, or you're getting ready to start something new. But you see yourself in the beginning stages. You see yourself kind of like almost like the fool, like the child. You still have a lot to learn, and you feel like you don't know enough yet to be successful, and that's okay, because that's what life is all about, is we learn and we become more successful. The more knowledge we gain, the more successful we become. So keep learning, okay? All right, this next card is how others see you. They see you as someone who doesn't like to ask for help. You have all these options of help coming towards you. There's help available to you. So why aren't you asking for help? Why are you so insistent on doing it yourself and being an outsider? They see you as an outsider type of person. You know, you're not really connected to the tribe at the moment. And that's okay. You have your own tribe, maybe. But there is help available for you. And this is financial help. You just need to ask. So don't be afraid to ask for financial help. And this could be where your sudden stroke of luck comes from too. Don't dismiss any opportunity for this sudden stroke of luck to appear to give you that new start that we talked about, the overall theme in the beginning. Okay, so our next card we have is your hopes and fears, and we have the 7 of Cups. Now, This card represents opportunities and choosing wisely. And I think that it's your hopes, because this is a positive card to me. I think this represents your hopes that you can access wonderful, abundant opportunities for yourself. It's hoping that you can make the right decision and choose the right path for you specifically. Okay? And then the final card we have is the Ace of Swords. And like I said, now this ties right in with the original theme. A sudden stroke of luck creates a new beginning. This is a child, represents new beginning. This is, the scythe represents something sudden happening. It's on its own, it's something being cut, or a sudden, abrupt something. So, but what the abrupt something is luck, because clover represents luck. Okay, so in the outcome position, we have the Ace of Swords. And this is your long-term future from 3 to 6 months out. And the Ace of Swords is a new way of thinking. A new clear vision is coming your way. You're starting to really open up and see things clearly now. Oh, this is so awesome. Congratulations on such a wonderful reading. That is awesome. If you chose pile number 1, and that goes right along with the quartz crystal, wow. Your heart and mind is open to higher guidance, so follow that guidance. Okay? All right, I'm going to do 4 more cards. And those cards will be for health, wealth, love, and destiny. And the first, let's see, we're going to use my Flower Power deck for your health. Ooh. This is called the Flower of Life deck, by the way. And it is huge. Okay, what is the message for health for this reading? I'm going to cut the deck, and the card that's in the middle is the one. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay. This will be your health card. I'll put that right there for now. And then your wealth card, I'm going to use the Law of Attraction. Okay, so let's get this deck shuffled, and let's find out what the message for the wealth, career, finances, however you want to look at that part, is going to be. Another large deck. Okay, and there we have that one. Let's just set these up here for now. Okay, and for your love advice reading, I'm going to use the Goddess Oracle deck. What you need to know about love for January 2020. Oh, wow. Excuse me. And last but not least, we have your destiny. And I am going to use my Dragon Oracle deck. And get to it over here. Okay. These are kind of new. I just got these about a month or so ago. getting used to them. What do we need to know about the destiny for this group for 2020, January 2020? Group 1. Okay. There we have that. Ah. All right. Let's look at these. Okay, so we have for your health, it's talking about sit quietly and close your eyes. Oh, the card title is a sign. Ask your higher self to show you a sign that represents your highest development in this life. Whatever comes will be the most perfect sign to breathe life into your highest will at this time. Your sign may be a color, a feeling or inkling, a memory, a guide or angel, something abstract or a symbol. Imagine your sign is gently floating in front of you. Light, energy, and wisdom shine from your sign and saturate every part of you. All is transformed, giving you full access to your higher will and courage. Be inspired by this newly found part of you. Allow it to reveal your highest development, your highest path, what makes you happiest. Open your eyes and continue to flow through your day. So, sitting quietly. Look at this. If you meditate on the beauty in life and you're concerned about your health, the best thing to do is to go within and start speaking to your body. Breathe, take a few deep breaths, and then just talk to your body like you're talking to a friend that you're consoling and say, you know what, I know you've been feeling this way, but I give you permission and I actually command you, I compel you, I direct you to return to your original imprint and impression, to function perfectly and properly for the rest of my long, joyful, gorgeous life. I'm going to repeat that again, and if you want to pause the video and write that down, this is a good way to talk to your body. So you speak to your body, and if there is a certain part of your body that is bothering you more than any other, speak to that body part and say the body part name and say, I love you. And now I command you, I compel you, I direct you, and encode you to return to your original imprint and impression, which is perfect health, and to function perfectly and properly for the rest of my long, joyful, gorgeous life. That is what the Creator God Source wants. It's what I want. It's what nature wants. And for the highest good, so be it, and so it is. Let's move on to your wealth reading. What if everything was always working out for me? Oh, this goes right in tune with your body, your health. All right, let's see what this says. When you play the what if game, you look for things that make you feel better. There is never a situation in which there is not a way out, but out of habit, most people continue to choose the lack perspective until they eventually find themselves where it seems that there are no more choices. But as you hold to your intention to look for evidence of well-being and thriving and success and happiness, you will tune yourself to the vibrations of those things. And so those kinds of good feeling experiences will dominate your life. I think that pretty much says it all. All right. So let's move on to your love reading. And we have a message from Abundancia about prosperity. And this says the universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. Okay, so even though it's talking about prosperity, prosperity comes in many forms. And love is just another form of being prosperous. We can prosper in love. We can prosper in health and wealth and friends and all kinds of things. So when you are open to receive love, love magically appears and gives itself to you. And finally, we have destiny. What is your destiny for the month of January 2020? We have the green gold dragon from Sirius. This brings universal knowledge to your spiritual pathway. Learn about spiritual technology. Be a transmitter of sacred knowledge. So this is your This is your mission for the month of January 2020. Good luck, happy adventures, and see you the next time. Okay, so let's move on to group 2. For those of you who chose group 2, we are going to pull 3 cards from my Lenormand deck, and then I'll do a Celtic cross spread and pull 4 additional cards for health, wealth, love, and destiny. All right. And here we go. Let's shuffle the cards and let's find out what our overall theme is going to be for group 2. Well, that child just wants to stay here. Okay, one more card for group 2 for 2020, January 2020. What is the overall theme for group 2 in January 2020? And one more card. Okay, we have the child, the coffin, and the ship. Okay, so it appears that since we have the child, the coffin, and the ship, that it looks like a short trip might be canceled before it even gets started. So if you're planning a business trip or starting a new business, that might not go as good as expected. So expect the unexpected, I guess, when it comes to that. Okay, so I'm going to use the MasterCard Tarot to do your Celtic cross spread. And let's get into the meat of the story and find out more about this trip, this short canceled trip. Okay. So, what does the universe want to tell us about group number 2 for January 2020? Well, we have the first card on the ground is the Page of Cups. Whew. All right. My goodness. Cards flying everywhere. Okay, for position 2, what is covering the Page of Cups? Okay, and what is at the crown for the general collective January? Two cards. 2020. What is crowning? Okay, you're not going to be able to see all these again. These cards are a little bit bigger even than the small Rider-Waite, but I'll pull them up and show them to you as I read each meaning. And that's the root. And we landed like that. Okay. Going forward, what is in the future position? And there it is. Now for the staff. Celtic cross, if you don't know, is comprised of 2 separate entities. We first have the cross, and then we have the staff that's beside the cross. Ooh. Okay. 3 more cards for the general collective for January 2020. What's coming in January 2020? Too many cards. What is coming in for group 2 in January of 2020? And that one needs to come out. Okay, there we go. 2 more cards. Oh, lots of cards. We only want one at a time. There we go. Interesting. And the final outcome for the group 2 collective for January 2020. What is coming in for this group as the final outcome? Is the final outcome. It's supposed to be countdown. All right, we're going to do. There we go. Ooh, oh, nice. I'm going to say congratulations before we even get started. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, group 2. Group 2, here we have the Page of Wands. Okay, now this is a message about getting creative and connecting with your intuition. It's a very positive card. As you can see, this page is holding a cup and it has a fish in it. And he's standing there, he's like, got his arm on his hand on his hip, and he's like, okay, are you listening? All right, so what covers him is the Queen of Pentacles. This could represent the fact that you're connecting or need to connect with the qualities of this woman. She loves being surrounded by beauty, and she likes her stability. She likes the finer things in life, but she's also practical. Okay, she's grounded and centered, and she can be a wee bit materialistic, but only because she enjoys beautiful things surrounding her. Beauty around her denotes a peaceful atmosphere. So when you're at peace with yourself, you can really connect to your intuition. Okay? So, but what brought you here in the first place is basically your intuition and your need to become more practical. Sometimes we can do things on a whim, and in this case, since we have a canceled trip, you don't want to do anything on a whim right now because of that situation. Okay, so now what crowns you is the Page of Wands. We have some messages here. We've got the universe is speaking to you, group 2, and at best, what you can hope for is getting more messages about creativity, and I'm hearing the fact that you really need to dig deep on this. This message is about passion and inspiration, and it's reversed. So maybe you're not being passionate enough about the situation at hand, possibly. I'm going to pull a confirmation card or a clarity card, a clarification card for this. Let's see. Let's use the Rider-Waite. Because the messages, we've got 2 pages here with messages about intuition and passion and creativity and your psychic abilities. So it could very well be, since we have a double page here, we're really being told to pay attention. Why is the Page of Wands here? What is the message of the Page of Wands? And why is the Page of Cups here? What's the message of the Page of Cups, please? We have the Star card again. Interesting. Ow. Okay, so the Star card represents healing. It also represents fame and achievements and success and setting your goals and reaching for them. So reach for the stars, reach for your goals. Okay, so the Page of Cups, along with, if I can get the cards up off the table. So we've got the Page of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Star. Okay, so by listening to your intuition and looking things from a practical viewpoint, success is yours, and you can achieve great things and really be proud of your accomplishments. And now the Page of Wands is, okay, with the Eight of Swords, it's like you have built this prison around yourself. It's a self-imposed prison of your thoughts, okay? Now, the Page of Wands, he wants you to unleash your thoughts. There we go. So unleash your passion, unleash your creative sight. Because, see, right here, she's blindfolded. So you need to untie your own hands. It's you and only you that are holding you back from achieving your goals. So that is the message of the Page of Wands. Okay, now, a lot of wand energy here. So this is a lot about passion and creativity, energy. Now we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. This is what has been influencing your current situation. With the page or the Ace of Wands reversed, even though it's still a pretty good card, it's a card that says you're not quite at your full potential of new beginnings. So this kind of says, okay, I want to take this trip, but this trip isn't going nowhere. I want to start this new business. It's not going anywhere. So basically, you haven't reached the point where you need to be to make things happen. Again, you got to think a little differently. Think outside the box, or outside of the swords, rather. Okay, so what has been causing you any kind of anxiety or problems, or has been causing you to feel distressed, is an imbalance in your family life, in your well-being, your happiness. The Ten of Cups represents a happy family. And right now, it seems like your family might not be in the best place with each other. So maybe there's some family quarrels going on. Maybe you got in a fight with your spouse or your kids or your brother or your sister, or your mother or your father, or even family. Friends we call family. For those of you who do not have biological family, your friends become your family. And it could be with your pets too. Sometimes our pets are our family. Most of us, our pets are our family. So there's could be some indifferences that's creating a little angst in the situation. So moving forward, okay, we have the Two of Swords reversed. Okay, there's still the need. Okay, look at this. We've got the Eight of Swords. All right. It kind of tells me that you're being indecisive about things and you need to make a decision. Okay, and here's the bottom line. If you want something to happen, you have to choose it to do so. The universe can't give you what you want unless you know what you want. So you have to know what you want, and you have to make a choice to get it. For the longest time, I struggled with the law of attraction, and I kept seeing evidence of what I wanted, but I never got what I wanted. That's because I didn't really know. I'm going to use a Mustang as an example, Ford Mustang. There are so many beautiful Ford Mustangs out there, and I couldn't make up my mind which one I wanted, what style, what car. Well, I knew I wanted a blue one, but with all the choices, I couldn't hone in on one specific make, model, color, year, because they all just, when I'd see one I like, then I would see another one that I liked even more, and it's like a kid in a candy store. So the need to put this blindfold on now comes into play. So in order to turn this upright to where we can make a decision, is we need to go within, and we need to shut out everything else behind us or beside us, around us. I'll get the right word out eventually. But we need to shut out all the noise, and we need to focus on what we really want. And then we make that choice, and then the universe is going to make it happen for us, okay? All right, so now here is your attitude. Now, keep in mind, as in group 1, this is for 6 weeks to 3 months out in advance of what we're going to expect. Now we have the Emperor, and this is how you see yourself, okay? It's your attitude toward the situation in general. And the Emperor, He's kind of a strict person, and he's just this no-nonsense type of person who is very disciplined. Okay, so you see yourself as a disciplined person, but are you really? I mean, we can see ourselves one way, but the world may see us in a different way. We're going to find out how the world sees you here in a moment. But you see yourself as someone who is in control. Okay? Now, there's a difference between being in control and being a control freak. I used to be a control freak. I'm getting over it. But that's neither here nor there. But this is how you see yourself in this situation. And sometimes we think we're in control of things, but then we have the overall theme that says, well, maybe we're not in as much control as we think, because we have a short trip that you had planned is canceled. Okay, so you can't control that. So you're going to have to reroute your plans and see things from a different angle. Okay, so next we have how others see you and what are the outside influences concerning this situation. Okay, things are moving slow right now. This is the slowest moving suit in the tarot deck. This is the Pentacles, the Earth signs. Now, I'm a Taurus, and I can vouch for this. We are slow movers. We like to take our time and make sure everything is in its proper place. Every T is crossed, every I is dotted. You know, everything's got to be just right for the Earth signs, especially Taurus. So, plans that you made are not moving fast, are barely moving at all. So this is how people see you. They see you as someone who is calculated, someone who doesn't really take risks, as someone who is, there's another word that I want to use, but it's not coming to my mind right now, so maybe it will as I move on. But they see you as a person who likes to take their time and do things a certain way, your way. They see you as a person who, once your mind is made up, it's made up. And there is no changing it after that. So, anyway, we're going to move forward. If I think of that word for what I wanted to say, I'll blurt it out. All right, so your hopes and fears. Now, this is a positive card, so we're going with hopes. And your hopes is that things will turn out successfully for you in the month of January. And they will. Okay? You hope for recognition. You have done some really good work and you're hoping to be recognized. You know, sometimes recognition is great. And sometimes we don't get credit for the work we do. Some people work behind the scenes and you'll never know who did it because they just don't get the recognition they deserve. But that's what you're hoping. You're hoping to get the recognition you deserve for the work that you have done and the things that you have created and put into effect. Okay, so now the final outcome for group 2 is the Star card. And remember, we had this at the beginning too. So this is a very auspicious card for the final outcome because, again, you know, this is a card of fame and recognition also. It's high achievements, it's success, it's good health. So in January, expect your health to improve, expect success, expect to reach your goals. Okay, those New Year's resolutions that you set on New Year's Day, well, expect to reach those in the month of January or up until 3 months. I like to go anywhere from 6 weeks to 3 months out. Okay, so now that has been that part of the reading, and we will move on and get your health, wealth, love, and destiny reading for you. Okay, to save time on the video, I have paused the video and pulled out the cards for each of the 4 different readings that we're going to finalize this with. Okay, so in your area of health for the month of January, we have this beautiful card with the butterfly on it. That's a card of transformation, by the way. Oh, light worker. Okay, it says, you are a light worker. You are here to inspire and enlighten yourself and others to move from fear into love. This will be present always in all that you do. You don't have to figure out how you are going to do it, for you have always been doing it. As you allow light to illuminate your inner world, embrace and love all parts of you, you feel yourself shift from fear into love. Today, let us give great thanks to Mother Earth for the incredible privilege of being here. Through co-creation, we anchor our streams of consciousness into her for the joy of creating, expanding, and lightworking. This brings love and growth for all. You and I, Mother Earth, the solar system, galaxies, the universe, and beyond. You are spinning light into the web of life. Now, how can we apply that to your health house? Well, exactly as it says. When we're doing things for others, we're doing for ourselves. Everything that you do for someone else, it has a vibration. Every word you speak vibrates to a certain frequency. And when you are moving out of fear into love, love is the highest vibration, and it alone has the power to heal your body, and anyone else around you can feel the effects of it. So when we step into our path and we move away from fear and move into a place of love, then we heal ourselves and we help heal the world. Okay. Now, the next one is in your areas of wealth. And we have the law of attraction. It says, whatever I desire, I can acquire. And we got a number 3 up here. And 3 is creative communication. All right, and this has everything to do. If you desire it, you can acquire it. And remember what I said about, hold that thing still, earlier about the Mustang. You know, you have to know what you want. You have to get creative with it. Okay, so let's see what this says. The eternal laws of the universe steadily hold the promise of expansion and joy. Understanding the laws will reawaken within you the knowledge of your purpose and your own personal power as you remember how to access the power of the universe that creates worlds. Oh, wow. Group 2, are you listening to this? This is powerful stuff. Powerful. If this time-space reality has within it the ability to inspire a desire within you, it is absolute that this time-space reality has the ability to yield you a full and satisfying manifestation of that same desire. It is the law. I'm going to read that again. It is the law. All right. There we have it. That is awesome. Wow. All right. In your house of love, we have a visit from Paley. Divine passion. Wow. Okay. And what this says, be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? Yes, what is your heart's true desire? Is it to have a mate who is compatible with you? Is it to have a mate who completes you? You know, we can be complete in ourselves. My desire is to have a mate who I can share my journey with. Is that one of your desires? So think about it. What is your desire in the area of love? Again, get specific. What you desire, you can acquire. Right? And last but not least, we have your divine mission for the month of January. Look at this beautiful creature. This is the golden solar dragon. Helps you stand in your masculine power with wisdom. Let your DNA be reprogrammed and light codes activated. Become an inspired leader. Ooh, so this is your mission. I'm going to put this up here so you can read that, or you can copy it down, write it real quick. You can pause the video at this point. I'm not going to hold it up here while you write. But anyways, this is your divine mission for the month of January. Okay, group 2, thanks for watching, and see you later. Well, hello again, group 3. Welcome. So, we're going to shuffle my Lenormand deck, and let's find out the overall theme for what group 3 can expect for January of 2020. Alright, I'm going to have 3 cards. And group 3 is the ones who chose this, by the way. Alright. Oh, we have a snake. And we have the garden. Oof. And the whip. Wow. Okay. Let's set that aside. Okay. With the snake, the garden, and the whip. Group number 3. It looks like there could be some social problems. Perhaps with a woman, men or women. It's the possibility you're going to meet a seductive woman. Snake, at its best, represents betrayal and deception, and in a different situation, and since I have this card, I'm going to say it represents a dark-haired woman who is someone that is very serious. She's intelligent, influential. She is a woman who is in the public eye. She could be a news anchor woman. She could be a spokeswoman for a company or something of that nature. But she's got flair, okay? If you're pursuing a relationship with this woman, my advice is to step back and proceed with caution. See those fangs? Yeah. Not everything looks good, is good. So this woman can be very, very malicious if her buttons are pressed. Now, she is sociable, she's outgoing, she's popular, but she's a promiscuous woman. And if you're looking to be in a committed relationship, well, click next, swipe right or left or whichever direction those things go, because this is not the woman for you. Okay? Unless you just want to have a good romp, well, then that's it. Now, on the other hand, this could also be a small warning of trouble for a woman, as in possible fights or arguments, maybe some abuse. Just be careful in the month of January. For those of you who might be already in abusive relationships, just watch your P's and Q's, okay? So, without any further ado, we are going to use the Gilded Tarot deck to do your Celtic cross reading. Okay, so what do we need to know that goes in line with the overall theme for the month of January 2020 for group number 3? One card to start with. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do, because sometimes this can take a while, and for sake of saving space, I'm going to shuffle the cards, get the cards ready while I pause my video so that you don't have to sit and watch me do this repetitively until the cards come out. And we have more cards falling. So I'm going to pause. I'll be right back. Okay, we've got the cards laid out. Now, I know you cannot see the whole spread, and I promise you, once I start making plenty of money, plenty more money, I will start investing in better equipment so that we can get a better view. But for now, we work with what we have, and that's how I remain frugal. I make the best of everything. Okay, so here is the situation. What's going on right now? And this is the King of Wands reversed. Let me turn him upright so you can see what he looks like. He's in reverse, which tells me that if this is not a man in your life, it just simply means that you are being very lenient. You are likely to be kind and tolerant and understanding of others. You've matured, okay? What's crossing you, if I can get to it, is the Queen, or the Three of Cups. Okay, and so when crossed with the Three of Cups, this tells me that maybe you've been partying too much and it's getting old. Okay, so maturity relates to something getting old, as in the party life. So maybe it's time that you're growing up, and that's what's brought you here in the first place. You're getting tired of the life you've been living. If this is you living a promiscuous life, then this tells me that you're getting tired of that life and you want to settle down and you want to find someone, or even find yourself. Okay, so there we have that. Okay, now this is in your crowning position. So what crowns you is the Ten of Cups. And I've got to say, this is one of the happiest cards in my opinion, because this represents completion. 10 is all about new beginnings. 9s represent completion and the end of something, but 10 is also the card of completion and new beginnings. So it's like the end of one chapter, the beginning of a new chapter. And in this case, it's an emotional thing, so it has to deal with love and affairs of the heart. And happy endings, okay, mean new beginnings. So it's not an ending, it's a new beginning. Because nothing really ever ends, it just starts over in a different manner. Okay, so this is something that you've got to look forward to. If you're truly ready to make the change, then this is the best you can hope for right here. I mean, this is a very auspicious card. Okay, so congratulations on that note. Now, what's the root cause of the issues of the possible betrayal, or the woman who is manipulative? This could be a manipulative woman. And it could be vice versa. Instead of a woman getting abused, it could be a man getting abused. I mean, that does happen. So this is for both sexes, both genders. So we have the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords represents a need to rest. Okay? So you've really probably overtaxed yourself by doing too much partying. And, well, January 1st, New Year's Eve, I bet there's a lot of people going to be feeling like, oh, why did I do that? And all the happy hangovers, or not so happy hangovers. I know that I don't do that anymore, but I've had my share of New Year's Eve parties when I was younger, and now that I'm a more mature woman who is understanding and more tolerant, and sometimes not so tolerant, because I simply choose not to be around that kind of energy anymore. However, the need for rest, the need to meditate and let your body heal, is at the root of is the root cause of what brought you here to this position. Okay, we also have in your past something that might still be influencing you, as the Seven of Swords. And this man, this is a card of theft and deception. Well, maybe not so much deception. I mean, he's outright taking the swords and he's walking off and he's looking back like, yeah, what are you going to do about it? Okay, so this ties right into this woman who could be deceptive. Again, I say woman because the snake represents a dark-haired woman. So this is someone you need to beware of, because she's not who she says she is. All right? Forewarned is forearmed. Okay? And knowledge is power. So I do my readings a little bit differently. Yes. This deck here, this tells it blunt and to the point as it is. And it's not read like the regular tarot, where you can look at an image and say, oh, I see this and I see that and I see that. And these cards, this is one thing. It means one thing. Garden means social networking and parties, society. A snake represents something deceptive, something that betrays you, something manipulative. And the whip represents abuse or repetition. Okay? So, these cards, I love them because they really are point on. And every time I've used them, it's like, wow, okay. So now let's move forward into the future. Now, keep in mind, 6 weeks to, 6 weeks to 3 months is what ahead of you. And we have the Knight of Cups, and this is a faster moving card, and he's bringing you a gift of love. So you are about to meet someone who is going to bring you a gift of love. Maybe it's their heart. Someone's giving you their heart in a cup. Okay? And this is a card of motion, so this is happening quicker. If this would have been the Knight of Pentacles, I would have said, this is a slow-moving thing. But this is a little faster. It's not quite as fast as the Swords, because the Swords, I mean, he's in full charge, full steam ahead. But this is kind of a medium speed, so expect this to happen in the near future. And then, next card, we have your attitude about the situation and how you see yourself. And we have the Five of Cups. And this card is a card that says that you're focused too much on what you've lost. Instead of, you can't see what you have because you're turning a blind eye to it. And you're focused more on the cups that have spilled over. Okay? And look at the look on his face. It's like, woe is me. I'm so sad I lost it. But you know what? You have two beautiful cups in the back behind you that are backing you. You have a wonderful support system if you just open your eyes and see it. So it's a good idea to focus on what you have, not what you don't have. Okay? Now, this next card deals with how others see you. And this is the Eight of Wands, and they see you as someone who is energetic and gets things done quick. Okay, because the Eight of Wands is a card of fast movement. I mean, think about it. If you toss an arrow into the air, it's going to go right, and it's going to meet its target really quick. And that's what these things are doing. They have already been launched, and they're going through the air. They've got a target, and so they see you as someone who is laser focused on a target. You set your eyes on the target, and you're off and running to get it. So that's how people see you. Okay, and that could be a good quality, but sometimes that leaves room to err. So sometimes you need to slow down and think things through. All right, so this next card is your hopes and fear. And since this is a positive card, this is your hopes. And you are hoping for a marvelous outcome. You are hoping that all your wishes are fulfilled and that your dreams come true. Okay? And keep that in mind, because look here. Well, let's do this. We have the 9 and the 10 of Cups in the same reading. So you're on your way to that happy ending. All right? And look, again, we have the Knight of Cups. We have a lot of cups. We have 3 of Cups, the 5 of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the 9 of Cups. And this is all emotional, and rightly so, because, I mean, when you're going through a period of abuse or any kind of abuse, it can be physical, it can be mental, emotional, spiritual, whatever you're going through, whatever troubles are going on, it's all emotional. So it's all related to the cups. So, congratulations, group 3, because even though January is starting off with this manipulative woman and deceptiveness and everything, it's going to turn out toward the end of the month for you to be something that you are going to be so happy about. That is so awesome. And then we have the final card. The final outcome is the 9 of Swords. Now, this is a card of worry and anxiety. Okay. Now, this tells me that if you're on this path right now, you could be a little worried and concerned. And sometimes if you're in a situation that's abusive, there is a need for concern. So the best way that we can do this is to turn this around, is to pull a card. And let's get a clarity card. And if I can find my other, oh, there it is. Right in plain sight. Sometimes you can hide things in plain sight. Okay, so we want one clarifying card for the 9 of Swords for the final outcome. Well, it's not the final, but for the next 3 to 6 months. This is what you can look forward to. On the current path you are on, group 3. Okay, so we have the 8 of Swords and the 9 of Swords. Okay, we're moving up. We're coming to a close here of your anxiety. So remember what I said. 9s represent endings, completion. And so this is what you need to do in order to set yourself free. I love it when this happens. Don't you just love synchronicity? What you need to do in order to free yourself from anxiety and worry so that you can sleep better at night is to set yourself free from your own self-made or self-imposed prison. You're not bound up too tight, and you can see that this is not completely around you. So you can set yourself free at any time. Take the blindfold off. Look around you and say, you know what? I need to think differently. Okay, swords represent your thoughts. Okay? And so by changing your thoughts, you can climb the mountain and reach your castle. You see, we have a little castle back here in the background, and she's blocking herself from achieving her goals. So in order to do that, just take the blinders off and change your thought process, and you will free yourself from the anxiety and worry that you've been dealing with. All right, this has really been a great reading for Group 3, and I want to thank you for watching. Happy holidays, everyone. Group 1, 2, 3. Have a fabulous end of December, because I'm posting this before January. And Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. Until the next time.